Hi Aries, my name is Marlissa. This is that Word from Mars Tarot. And today I'm here to do your July predictions reading. I have already pulled out the cards. I will be using a new deck, the Awakened Soul Oracle deck. I'm probably for this reading, there's one card that I'm feeling like called to read from this book from or for. So yeah, it's gonna be your July predictions. If you like it here, if you love it here, please like the video, and also subscribe. All right. So, where to start? All right. So Aries, the sign that I see here, the only sign that I see here for this reading is the sign of Pisces. So you may be connected to a Pisces placement, Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars are rising, or you could have a Pisces placement. What I'm seeing this month for you, Aries, is that you are trying to get your shit together. You could be seeing 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, or 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Any of those numbers could be significant to you, especially 3, 3, 3. But yeah, I see that you're in a place of really wanting to get your foundation together, all right? You may be building, all right, to become stronger. That could be physically. This could be your physical foundation, like your body. This could be your home. But a lot of times, like this red border signifies material. So a lot of times this has to deal with your material life. So you are trying to get your financial house in order. You may have someone that helps you with that because I see a partnership and alliance here. All right. So you may have somebody who you're connected to very spiritually. You all may come together this month. That does not have to be romantic. All right. This could be, I'm really feeling like it's in business, but this could be a friendship, business, like any sort of partnership. It could be love as well. All right. For some of you, if this is some love situation, for some of you, this could be somebody that was disinterested in you at some point, or you were disinterested in them. Like you were not really content or satisfied. Separate from the relationship piece, Aries, that could be something that you're feeling this month. Like emotionally, you are feeling discontent and bored. But guess what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about boredom. One, you're a fire sign, so it's like sometimes we got to grow up, all right? Like, do not go around creating chaos in your life and all that because you're bored. Also, sometimes boredom means that your nervous system is regulated, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind. Now, you could have an offer that's coming towards you and that you're not interested in. Something else that could happen, multiple things. I really see that, you're being called to meditate and look at things differently this month, Aries. We have the third eye chakra here. All right. The mantra for this card is I see. So some of you are needing to see things beyond like what your two eyes can see. Your third eye is activating this month, or spirit, God, source, spirit, universe is calling you to activate that third eye. All right. So do what you need to do. Now, there's something that's happening very quickly this month. Some of you, it could be an unexpected loss. Some of you, it could be some sort of travel, some sort of movement, maybe something that you've been wanting for a while. But loss has been at like the forefront, like loss and grief has been at the forefront, for you. So it's like you haven't really been able to maybe focus on your manifestations or travel or communication. Something is coming towards you that you want though, because accelerated motion, and look, like this looks like a shooting star. So it's like this is something that you've been wanting and it's going to come towards you quickly. All right. And you're not going to expect it. And that's going to impact your spirit too. All right. We do have heartache and loss sitting here. So some of you may have to make a choice to let something go. Some of you could already be grieving. Some of you could have a loss that is coming. All right. This card in traditional tarot would look like the Three of Swords. So this is like a heartbreak and it hurts pretty bad. Maybe some of you are going to find out about a partnership and alliance. All right. Maybe some of you are going to find out about a partnership and alliance that exists. So if some of you all are in relationships, you may end up finding out that somebody is cheating. Or if you're the one doing the cheating, maybe your partner is going to find out. Hold on. My device is telling me about the weather tomorrow, y'all. Sorry. And I'm not going to cut this out, all right? I am human. When it's stuff that I really need to edit out, I will. But otherwise, we're not doing that. So yeah, I see some heartache and loss. And for some of you, in order to get your foundation together, you may experience that heartache and loss. You may have to sacrifice something. All right. Whatever you're going to have to sacrifice, it's not going to feel too good. Okay. But this card is the in traditional tarot is known as the Hangman. This is about sacrifice, and it's about seeing things differently, having a new perspective, clarity. So I do feel like something is going to be very clear. Let's move on to these cards. We have perspective. So I already told you, I feel like your perspective is going to shift. Like, look at these colors. All right. One of the other readings I already did, Capricorn, Cancer, Virgo, they had that. I think 2 of them had that perspective card. So if you have one of those placements, make sure you watch that video too. We also have meditate, which I could see that you're being called to do with the sacrifice card, to look at things differently, with the third eye chakra being activated. Baby, you need to sit with yourself. You're going to need to sit with yourself a little bit more this month. Your ancestors or God is trying to communicate something to you, but you have to be in a place of like being able to receive. Okay. And then we have compassion. Compassion. So I'm wondering if you're supposed to show some compassion towards yourself this month, Aries, while you're, experiencing a lot of changes, while you're working on your foundation, while you're experiencing some heartache and loss, while you're sacrificing. Compassion. All right. And sometimes compassion, a lot of times it's about showing it towards other people. All right. So let's see what this says. I do feel called to read this card. The symbol is orangutan, which, that's him right there. All right. Keywords: understanding, empathy, connection, oneness, unity. All right. So our awakened soul comes in contact with the baby orangutan in the wild. These 2 young sacred beings see each other as kin. They are connected and can see themselves in one another. The little girl feels the pain and fear that the orangutan has over losing her natural habitat through human greed and apathy. Through this connection, she is able to make changes in the world to help protect it for her animal kin. Orangutans are connected to inner knowing and sharing. See that wisdom, that inner knowing. I see. All right. They ask us to move into our heart space where compassion comes from and grows. Awaken meaning. This is a gentle call to understand your impact on the natural world, to recognize your impact on each other, our planet, and yourself, to minimize the damage done, and to tread lightly. You are being called to bring your energy into your heart space. See your current situation through this space and come to an understanding through love. Look at solutions that are graceful and soft. Know that this is the best way forward. It is not weakness, it is divine strength to know true kindness. Your acts of kindness and open-heartedness will have a powerful impact in ways that you will likely never see. Are you able to put yourself in someone else's shoes? Dare to care about people, about the planet, and yourself. Know that we are all connected and are all in this together. Can you be a tender-hearted person in a world that often wants us to be cruel and careless? This is the card of accessing and developing your empathic gifts. To learn, to observe, and not absorb, and still have healthy boundaries in place for yourself. So the shadow meaning of this card would be selfishness, cold-heartedness, closed off energetically, disconnected, isolated from energy and love. The affirmation with this card is, I am connected to all things and I see them with love. So maybe some of you are needing to, be a little bit more compassionate. Like maybe you're having to sacrifice some selfishness that you have, or cold-hearted energy or whatever, right? To provide somebody with a little bit of help. All right. Personal reflections. How can I pay forward my gift of kindness and compassion? So, you want to be mindful. It's all about balance is what I'm hearing here too. It's like you're allowed to learn and observe others and not absorb, and still have healthy boundaries in place for yourself. So you kind of got to learn, Aries, like, all right, who am I giving this out to? When do I need to, observe a little bit more and take a step back, so that way I'm not absorbing other people's energies. All right. Whew. If you have a question, the answer is no. All right, no. Letters and name. You could be connected to somebody who has A, S, H, L, or N. excuse me, A, S, H, L, or N as their first, middle, or last initial, or maybe you have that initial. Maybe that's somebody who may end up reaching out this month. And, you may be encouraged to show them a little bit of compassion versus maybe being cold hearted in the way you may want to. We have angel guidance or numbers, which I already mentioned 333 to you, and 4444444. But pay attention to angel guidance and numbers this month. Your dreams are prophetic. All right. Pay attention to your dreams. And then we have healing. So you're definitely being called to heal this month. And that may be the reason why you're having to sacrifice some things too. It's like healing could look very different. And maybe you're not going to be able to do all the same things that you usually would do when you're not in this place of like needing to heal oneself. Okay. The shadow work that came out. So this deck is about awakening yourself to your greater authenticity by working through any hidden shadows of your personality. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. All right, Carl Jung. So the shadow work that came out this month for you, Aries, is obsessiveness. Write down what you are obsessing over. Realize that it is emotionally draining you. So whatever you are obsessing over, Aries, it is taking more from you than you think. Okay, so be mindful of that. The affirmation that you're left with for this month is I share my light with the world. I share my light with the world. All right. So maybe that's another thing. If you are a person who, tends to be more selfish or to yourself, it's like, all right, you have something to offer others. It's time to cough it up. You got to share your light with the world, Aries. Okay. That's what you're being called to do in this season. So that is what I have for y'all. Please let me know how this reading resonates in the comments down below. And please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.